I hid who I really was, a Volkov, the Don's daughter, to marry Julian Ashby. But I never thought that the day before the wedding, I'd end up in a crash. When I woke again, I was blind. In the dark, I heard Julian talking to his aide.
Don't worry, boss. The driver and the doctors are all taken care of. Not one of them will breathe a word. It's just Miss Volklek loves to paint. Once we take her corneals, they'll never see again. What if she wakes and can't handle it?
She's strong, not like Chelsea.
Chelsea couldn't survive without her sight. Besides, Elena has me. I'll provide for her as long as I live. I love her, but I can't lose Chelsea.
The man paused. His hoarse voice came again.
And tell the doctor, take out Elena's womb while they're in the surgery. If Chelsea ever saw a child that was mine and Elena's, it'd drive her mad.
The aide hesitated, uneasy.
But boss, isn't that too cruel to Miss Volsky? She's been with you since she was 18.
Just do as you're told. Don't ask questions.
Cold flooded through me. I couldn't stop shaking. So the man I'd loved without condition had already fallen for the charity case I'd pulled out from slum. And for her, he was willing to destroy everything I was. Footsteps came into the room. I forced myself calm and played unconscious.
Boss, Miss Voltsik just gave up her cornas. She's very weak. If we take her womb now, her body might not survive it. It could kill her. I'd advise waiting before—
I pay you to work, not to advise me. This is an order, not a discussion. But if anything happens to Elena, you know what comes next.
The doctor swallowed.
Yes, boss.
I felt the burning warmth of Julian's fingers on my cheek. His voice was hoarse and tender.
Elena, soon this will all be over. Don't worry. I'll be at your side forever. I love you, Ellie.
A tremor I couldn't control ran through me. My cheek went cold again. Julian must have stood. Sensing I was about to wake, he gave the order, ice in his voice.
Where's the doctor? Prep the surgery. Get it done before she wakes.
I opened my eyes in fear and saw nothing. Only darkness. Tears slipped out on their own. I reached into the air, grasping at nothing.
Why can't I see?
Don't be afraid, Elena. I'm here. I'm right here.
Julian pulled me tight against him, his warm hand stroking my hair, his low voice full of what sounded like pain.
You were in a crash. The doctor says the blindness is only temporary. I'll take good care of you, Elena.
He seemed to nod.
Easy now. You're not recovered yet. You can't get worked up. Let the doctor give you a vitamin drip.
If I hadn't woken early and heard him with the doctor, I'd have believed every word. But now I knew. The so-called vitamin drip was a sedative to knock me out. I clutched his arm and shook my head, my voice breaking.
No, Julian, I don't want the drip. I want to go home. Let's go home, please.
Before I could finish, a cold needle broke my skin. Before my mind went dark, I heard his voice, as gentle as ever.
Be good, Ellie. Sleep, and it'll pass. With me here, you'll be fine.
Tears ran down my cheeks without a sound. My body went numb, but my heart wouldn't stop aching. I closed my eyes in despair. In the dark, I could almost see Julian at 18, sitting by my bed, eyes red from crying, calling me a fool for taking a blade meant for him. The boy's young, fierce voice echoed in my head.
I swear to you, Elena, as long as I live, I'll never let anyone hurt you again.
But now, the one who hurt me most was him. When I woke again, I'd lost my eyes, lost the man I loved, and I'd never have a child of my own. I opened my eyes. The room was silent but for the weak sound of my breathing. Soon I caught the faint sound of a man and woman arguing.
Elena was in a crash. I have to go take care of her. She was so good to me. If it weren't for her, I'd still be in the slum. I owe her everything. Don't try to stop me.
It was Chelsea, the girl I'd pulled out from slum. Julian, who never let anyone defy him, didn't sound the least bit annoyed, his voice gentle than ever.
Be good, Chelsea. Your sight only just came back. The doctor said you can't be moving around yet. You need rest. Elena has people to look after her. Don't worry about it.
My hand tightened on the blanket. When had Chelsea ever gone blind? Why didn't I know? A sharp sting shot through the back of my hand. A needle jabbed fast into my skin. The nurse snapped, impatient.
Hold still.
She pressed harder, like a deliberate warning.
Just my luck. Why do they get to wait on Miss Chelsea while I'm stuck with a blind girl like you?
If Miss Chelsea puts in a good word for me with the boss, I'll never have to look at sickly patients like you.
A medicine vial shattering against the floor cut off her muttering.
Who dares—
The nurse's fury turned to terror.
Boss! When did you get here?
Julian's voice tore through the room, blistering enough to freeze the blood.
Get out. Don't ever let me see your face again.
A warm, familiar heat wrapped around me. His body seemed to tremble faintly, his voice thick with guilt.
I came too late. I let them do this to you. I'm sorry.
A bitter smile tugged at my mouth. Next to him carving out my corneas and my womb, this was nothing at all. But he seemed to hate himself for it, holding me so tight I could hardly breathe.
I don't want to stay in the hospital. I want to go home.
I mumbled. His warm breath brushed my neck.
Once the doctors checked you over, I'll take you home.
He didn't know the home I meant wasn't his house. It was the Volkov family, far away in New York, the most feared name in the country. Years ago, when the Volkov family tore itself apart from the inside, my father hid me away in Havenport. Even so, the wrong people caught wind of me. When they cornered me at the mouth of a corner, Julian was the one who stepped in and took the killing blade for me. In that moment, love at first sight became something real for me. Later, we got into the same university, fell hard, spent every day glued to each other. Everyone around us envied what we had. Chelsea appeared around then too. I pitied her, living on nothing but dry bread. So I took her in and paid her way. Chelsea wept with gratitude. After that, we became besties and were inseparable. What I never knew was when she and Julian had ended up in the same bed, or when he'd fallen in love with her. Julian tucked a strand of hair behind my ear, his voice gentler than it had ever been.
Elena, let's hold the wedding tomorrow, as planned. I want you as my wife so badly. I want you to be Mrs. Ashley.
The wedding I'd once dreamed of now looked like a nightmare. I shook my head.
No.
He hadn't expected me to refuse. He let me go and explained, patient for once.
I know you're scared. Don't worry, I'll handle everything. No one will dare say a word about you. Chelsea will be your maid of honor. She'll help you.
The man officiating is Nikolai Volov. Have you ever heard of him? He was the Don's eldest son, one of the most powerful men in New York. I promised you the grandest wedding there is, and I'll give it to you.
At my eldest brother's name, my hand clenched around his sleeve. My families had no idea I was in Havenport, still less that I was Julian's bride. Years back, after I refused an arranged marriage to the heir of a rival family, I'd stormed off, left home, and never contacted them again. Something sour rose in my chest. I couldn't picture the look on my eldest brother's face if he saw me wrecked like this. A sudden weight dropped against my arm, along with a bright, anxious voice.
Elena, I was worried sick. From now on, I'll be your eyes. I'll take care of you for the rest of your life.
Julian cut her off, a guilt in his voice almost too faint to catch.
Don't talk nonsense. Elena's blindness is only temporary.
Chelsea took the hint. She rested her head on my shoulder and said sweetly,
Right, my mistake. Maybe by tomorrow, Elena's eyes will be better. And she'll put on her fancy gown and marry you. I'm so happy for you, Elena.
It was this innocent, harmless act of hers that had fooled me all along. But after the aide brought in the wedding dress, then it was just Chelsea and me in the room. She changed her face immediately.
Elena, I heard you design this gown yourself. It's gorgeous, though it'd be a little too big on me.
The sound of tearing fabric was jarring in the silent room. I knew she'd ruined my dress.
A blind woman like you, what's the point of a gown this pretty? That hospital
Tried to wipe the liquid from my eyes with my sleeve. Chelsea clamped down on my wrist. Her voice came venomous against my ear.
Elena, I'll tell you that you didn't go blind from the crash. One offhand word from me, and Julian carved out your kormas for me without hesitation, and I didn't even want them. Too filthy. A dog wouldn't touch them. If you know what's good for you, you'll leave him on your own. Otherwise, maybe one more word from me would have him take your life.
The acid ate at my eyes, but it was nothing next to the pain in my chest. Hearing footsteps draw near, Chelsea roughly wiped the liquid from the corners of my eyes and yanked my hand up high. Slap! My hand hit something. My palm stung, hot and raw. Before I could react, a hard shove sent me flying. My head slammed into the wall behind me, and my ears wouldn't stop ringing.
Elena, you've lost your sight, not your mind. Why would you raise a hand to Chelsea?
I couldn't see Julian's face, but from the fury in his voice, I knew he'd lost control. In all our years, it was the first time he'd raged at me like this. His voice, thick with menace, came from above me.
Apologize to Chelsea, or the wedding's off tomorrow.
He knew how much I wanted this wedding. For years, my greatest wish had been to put on that gown and marry him. Just as he'd expected, I lowered my head like a child caught doing wrong, the leftover liquid in my eyes stinging in waves. The pain made my voice tremble.
I'm sorry, Chelsea.
Someone will come for you at 8 tomorrow morning.
From the doorway, his voice came cold. Then came the sound of the door closing. Everyone had left. But Julian didn't know that tomorrow's wedding, to me, was going to be the day I'd leave him forever. The next morning, the aide came to take me to the wedding car. Just as Chelsea ordered, I arrived at the venue in my hospital gown. Chelsea's couture dress brushed my bare ankle. She pulled the veil down over my head and let out a snort of laughter.
Happy wedding day, Elena. But don't think a veil makes you the bride. It's just to hide those blind eyes of yours. Save you the embarrassment.
But Chelsea hadn't gotten the despair she wanted on my face. She was about to lash out. Julian's displeased voice cut in beside me.
Where's the gown I had made for you? Elena, are you doing this to spite? You mean to marry me looking like that? Go change.
Chelsea didn't dare say much with Julian in the room, but blindness had sharpened my hearing. I heard her slip away and dial someone.
I'll help Elena. Don't worry.
She came back and said it sweetly to Julian. Then she steadied me toward the changing room. But once we were out of Julian's sight, she shoved me hard through the door.
Go put your gown on, bitch.
Then she shut the door behind me. The shove sent me stumbling, but I caught the wall in time and steadied myself. I felt my way to the spare dress laid out on the couch. I was about to take off the hospital gown when a strange, eager voice sounded behind me.
Blind or not, she's not bad to look at. Be a girl and don't scream. I'll treat you right.
Came from the doorway.
Elena! How could you do something like this at your own wedding? How can you face Julian